Hey church, good to see y'all today. I'm Joe Hollenbach. I'm a member here at Christ Church and so glad you're tuning in. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing great. So kicking off this week with a two-parter. I'm going to spend today talking about something that gives me anxiety, honestly, and then kind of look at some of the ways around that anxiety tomorrow. The thing that gives me anxiety actually comes from the Bible, which sounds kind of contradictory. That's probably me muddying the water, but I'm just being truthful with you. When I look at 1 Peter, there's a passage there, I'm going to read it here in a second, that really just kind of leaves me a little unsettled. There's reasons for that. It says this, "But as the one who called you is holy, you also are to be holy in all your conduct. For it is written, 'Be holy because I am holy.'" All right, so that gives me anxiety for a couple of reasons. The first one being, I'm not holy, right? And I think that people can resonate with that. I think people can relate to that. The issue there is, I know that I'm supposed to be and that I need to go after being holy, but I know that I'm gonna fall gloriously short. So for me, that's a real bugaboo, I guess. And the second thing that kind of gives me anxiety there is I know that God knows I'm not holy and that I can't reach that level. And yet it's His charge to me. So for me, I really have been grappling with the mentality of, okay, why does the Lord call us to holiness when He knows that we can't achieve the level He's asking? And I think there are a couple of reasons for that I want to spend some time on. And, this isn't meant to wear you down or make you sad. This is meant to be encouraging. I really think that there's goodness in this. So my first reason that I think the Lord's calling us to that charge is that part of being a follower of Jesus is to be a part of a new creation. And yeah, that's definitely after we die and we go to heaven, we're created anew in a new holy place. But I think that happens here too. One of the things about holiness, especially in the way that it's presented in the original text of the New Testament, is it's talking more towards behavior than the idea of the things that we do. In terms of I go and I do this on Wednesday night, I go and do this on Sunday mornings. It's more about the attitudes and the mindsets and the behaviors of our day to day. So I think of it this way. Our actions should match what we think Jesus' actions should be. Our thoughts, His thoughts. Our hearts, His hearts. I can grapple with that in my walk with Jesus. I can become better at that. That's a skill through time and energy and time with the Lord specifically that I can actually improve upon. So while there's anxiety over the idea of not being holy or I'm not holy, I think that there's remedy in it. I think there's the ability to come to that. Now, the Bible is clear on this, and I want to make it clear. The achievement of holiness is completely impossible separate from the Holy Spirit. Completely. So I actually found that to be hugely encouraging, because what that means is while I'm looking to achieve what the Lord's asking of me, holiness, He's near me. I can only do it through the Holy Spirit. That means He's right there with me the whole time. That's something that is tremendously positive to me and gives me hope that, I'm gonna try, I'm going to be open, I'm going to mess up, but all the while He's right there kind of encouraging me and making me stronger as I do it. Now, the second thing about pursuit of holiness for me is that it's not really it is an act of willful obedience. An act of willful obedience unto the Lord. And, obedience is one of those words that I think some people kind of cringe at or they might wince. I certainly did growing up. When I was a kid, I thought obedience was adherence to a set of rules that my parents put down for me. And, now as a fully grown son and a dad myself, I'm beginning to reimagine or redefine the idea of what willful obedience looks like. It's not just a set of rules. There might be rules involved, but they're not there just to make you a stick in the mud who only walks the rigid way that you're supposed to. They're there because someone knows better than you, and that someone wants better for you. And a willful obedience is your engagement with laying away yourself and acknowledging that there's someone, Jesus in this case, that knows what's best for you and wants to lead you down the path to new creation in the best way possible that will create the best you possible. So while holiness is an anxious topic for me, it's really exciting to me when I think about it from that perspective. I don't want to be a prodigal son's brother who does everything the father asks but does it with the heart that is just bitter and cold and destructive. I want to do it with a willful obedience unto the Lord, because honestly, He's where the joy is, and He's the thing that's going to make me into the new creation He calls me to be. I can't do it separate from Him. Now, it's a lot of work. Talking with my dad, he says the great thing about being a Christian is you learn something new every day because God is infinite. And that's, really positive. I can always learn, but it means you're going to be committing to this behavior for the rest of your life. That can get daunting. And for tomorrow, I want to talk about how we ease the burden of that overwhelming task of trying to understand and become holy for an infinite God. I hope you'll have an awesome Monday. I can't wait to see you on Tuesday. Take care.